If you're in your 20s and you feel left behind, then you have been lied to. There's so many people out there that are struggling with just their mental health in general, realizing or thinking that they have been left behind, when really, that is not the case. Really isn't. You're just watching everybody's highlight reels. Men think that they're behind because they're comparing themselves to everybody else's fucking year, pretty much. Like, everyone uploads their year in the life, kind of fucking 2026. Look what's happened in 2026. Was you scroll through your Snapchat memories or your photos and realize that you have not really done much. But I can tell you now, if you had them fucking meta glasses on, right, recording 24/7, you would probably be able to make a fucking sick edit, right? You don't have your phone out 24/7, and that is the best fucking thing that you can do, right? That is fucking gorgeous that you don't have to record everything. And the truth is, your 20s are supposed to feel uncertain, messy, slow, educated, but kind of just not getting anywhere. You know what I mean? Fun can be had without your phone out, and it's as simple as that. What I am going to say is that social media shows 22-year-old entrepreneurs with the luxury lifestyle, the made it success stories, but what they do not show you is the doubt, the debt, the failures, the years of nothing happening. You're comparing your real life to someone else's marketing campaign. It sounds harsh, but it kind of just is that way. Everybody is out here now trying to make money out of social media, including myself. What I am trying to kind of show everybody is that life is just sometimes average, or what you call average. The expectation of everyone now is to have fucking dirt bikes, motocross bikes, wait, fucking same thing, Lamborghinis, fucking massive mansions and shit like that. And if you don't have that, it doesn't really get clicks anymore. It's just how it is. The reality of it is that is literally the top 1% of people. That is literally it. If you come off of social media, which is something that I have recently kind of limited my social media use, and I've realized that I'm not in a cocky kind of way, but I'm a lot better than the people that I'm surrounding myself with. And not maybe in it's more of like I'm more knowledgeable maybe on like the things that I want to be more knowledgeable on. For example, it could be business, it could be customer service, it could be whatever it could be. But what my mate is better at is just general kind of maintenance of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he could outsmart me on that every fucking day of the week. But because these algorithms are showing you that, oh, the stuff that you're interested in, for example, mine would be mountain biking or business, they show you the Lamborghinis, 22-year-olds and the 19-year-olds. And then they show me the top 1% of how good this other mountain biker is, and he's doing fucking backflips around corners or some shit like that. It's the algorithms are showing you the best of the best, and it's as simple as that. So you are constantly doubting yourself, believing that you are shit, when really you're not. And at the end of the day, you have to realize that people are going to be better than you at certain things, and it is just as simple as that, right? I'm not going to be able to tell my mate how to plaster a wall when he's done it more than me. Do you know what I mean? It's okay to be able to do that. You should be okay with just allowing it to, okay, not to be a master of everything. You know what I mean? So the truth about your 20s are literally for failing, experimenting, building skills, and figuring out who the fuck you are. Again, this whole channel is just figuring out like what the fuck you want to do, whether it's like through failure, which I highly recommend. I think that failure is one of the best learners. It's literally the best learner. I don't know what the fuck I'm on about. It is the best learner of just everything. It just, whether you like it or not, it's fucking beautiful. When you fail at something, you try it again. You fail at something, try it again. Fail at something, try again. And then, oh, look what I've done. I've done this. And it's fucking beautiful. your 20s are not meant to be having everything figured out and to be financially set for life. And if you feel lost, you're actually on the right path, because a lot of people are not taking this path in 20s. They're going out clubbing, like not really figuring themselves out. They're scrolling through TikTok all day, every day, when really this is the perfect time to fail. This is the perfect time to just figure out what the fuck you want to do. Again, I know that I go on about mountain biking a lot, but you just go out mountain biking. I spoke to some people and I would have never figured it out if I never spoke to these people, and I already want to say massive thank you to them. They really have like changed the trajectory of my life pretty much. But I spoke to some new people and they got me reintroduced to mountain biking. I would have never done that if I didn't go through that whole year of just being fucking, not depressed, but like kind of just a little bit down, do you know what I mean? And I would never figured out that that's something that I just want to do forever on, if you know what I mean. So it's just, again, failure is something that is massive, and build your skills up to the point where maybe you want to start editing. I don't really fancy editing. Right, okay, maybe you just go on to thumbnail making. I really like thumbnail making. Yeah, let's do that. And just figuring out what the fuck you want. It's okay to fail. Do you know what I mean? It's just what you genuinely enjoy doing, and doing that. So, why do men feel behind specifically? Like, why is it men? And that is because they are pressured to make money, be respected, and have direction early. There is a lack of guidance and maybe even masculine mentorship. And there's a constant comparison on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the fuck you go on. There is too much comparison going on, and it's just fucked. Again, you're pressured to make money, but what if you don't really want to make money? What if you just genuinely are happy with living in the woods, right? Living in the woods, not really rich as fuck, but you got a little bit of money, right? Your job is very average, but it pays well, and you're not very stressed with it. Again, people will frown upon that, and that is the best way that's my perfect life, pretty much. My perfect life, where I have the mediocre life, not like a mediocre life, but like one that I can just fill with memories in woods, growing my kids up in woods and not with TikTok phones or anything like that, is a perfect kind of thing for me, and it's just the one that I want. And again, you're sold this kind of perfect life to have everything. Have the Lambos, have the Ford Rangers, have the massive mansion in the middle of nowhere, have the dirt bike track in the back of your garden, have private jet, takes you everywhere, have another Lamborghini just because it's a different day of the week. I think everybody's forgetting that everybody is individual. We've had different upbringings, we have different lives in general, and again, you're sold the fact of having these things when really you might not actually want it. And I think that that's what people genuinely forget now, where they think that as soon as they reach this milestone of £1 million every month, or whatever the milestone is, you realise that, oh fuck, I'm not actually happy. You could have been doing something completely different, whereas like meditating in the fucking woods or something like that, and you would have been happier doing that than you would have been making £1 million a month. Don't get me wrong, if I could make £1 million a month and not be as stressed, or whatever the fucking case is, and just genuinely have a very nice life with £1 million a month, then fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? But I genuinely, all that I want is for my kids to be extremely, extremely healthy, for my family to be extremely, extremely healthy, and to be literally in the woods in the middle of nowhere with almost no internet connection. Only internet that I can use is to upload videos like this. So again, you need to really figure out what the fuck you want, not what everybody else wants, because you might not want the Lambos or whatever the case is. You might want something completely different. And again, the reality check and the half-truth. Most men don't click until late 20s, early 30s. You're not early, you're not late. You can stay comfortable, and you still need to work for it. For example, I know for a fact that I'm not going to get a house in the middle of the woods if I don't work hard for it. People are extremely lazy nowadays, and I think that that's why there is such a massive peak, I suppose, of men, or masculine men, you can say, masculine men urging people to work extremely fucking hard. But what I think that they are, like, let's say, beaming their laser to is the people who are really fucking lazy. People who can't be asked to get up and do shit. They are beaming their energy towards people that are, again, really lazy and don't want to work and don't want to. Maybe they don't believe in themselves in the way that they can make money without anybody else's support, or whatever the case is. They're beaming their consciousness onto them. But the realization is that if you're watching this video now, then I can guarantee that you are not a lazy person. You're already awake enough to really understand that you want to make a change, and you realize that you are behind, or you feel like you are behind. Sorry, you're not behind, but you feel like you are behind. But really, the people who everybody, or every masculine kind of person, is aiming towards is the lazier people than you. And if you're working a full-time job, then that is already a massive fucking accomplishment at the moment, because there is so much unemployment. If you're working a full-time job, then you're already doing way more than a lot of the people. So I want you to reframe your mindset. So focus on things like skills, for example, ones that you can make money off of, so editing, maybe even your speech. Do you know what I mean? Try and speak properly, something that I've really tried doing, but my mind wanders a lot. So again, like a little bit of discipline in just every area of your life: fitness, reading, speaking, editing. Again, this comes down to consistency as well. Have the consistency to put in the work for your health, put in the work for your editing, put in the work for your scripting, your speaking, whatever you're doing. And then stop tracking the followers that you earn, or the money that you earn, or the status that you feel like you're not having. Your only job right now is to become dangerous in something, and that is overall experience of failures, experience of just speaking to people. I truly believe a lot of the ways that people go up in the world so fast is just by speaking to people and to learn. And I think that learning is just something that is a beautiful thing. Again, failure, learn through failure, and just do as much as you can, but also don't forget to have fun. The main thing that I'd say about this video is to realize that you are a different person to these other people, these other millionaires online, these other 23-year-olds, these other 19-year-olds, 20, 21-year-olds that are millionaires. You are a different person. You have had a different upbringing, but that should not stop you from trying to. If you genuinely want the Lambos and you genuinely want the massive mansion, go for it. But I would highly recommend doing stuff first, and try and hiking, try and mountain biking, try and just walking, running, going to the gym. And I think a lot of people will realize that they don't want that. They would much rather just kind of have peace. And I think that that's something that's gone in this world pretty much. They'd rather have memories than money, and that's me. So hope you guys have enjoyed. I love you all very deeply, and you're not behind, I promise you. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Ta-ra.